Hey team, how's it going? So I got back from my retreat this weekend, and although I am kind of sick today, I'm feeling so excited because I learned so much just from being around other leaders. We did go to the Beachbody sales headquarters in Utah, and we got to hear from Jeff Hill. He's the guy who you hear on the National Wake Up Call every Monday morning. So it was pretty exciting, and just the way, I don't know, I just feel like this company is just so awesome because, like Jeff Hill even said himself, if you do not love what you do, like, we don't want you to do it. He's like, we want people who are truly passionate about it and actually do want to help people, and we don't want you to stick around just for the sake of sticking around. We don't want you if you don't truly want to do it. And I'm like, wow, I don't think many companies can say that. So it was pretty awesome. But anyways, I told you I would do a quick video on groups because a lot of you are newer coaches or coaches who kind of need to get back in the game. And I was talking to some fellow coaches, and a way to do that is by doing free groups. By free groups, I mean like 7-day clean eating challenges, maybe a crockpot challenge, maybe an ab or a plank challenge, something like that. And the way I do it, and I have been making a big mistake, but the way I do it is I post about it on Facebook, and usually I'll get some responses. So I'll do like a cute little graphic, and always put yourself in your post. I want to say that first. Don't just put, and I've made these mistakes before, everything I'm telling you, I've done it before. So don't just put a sign that says free crockpot challenge. You want to have you in the picture, because you know what? As coaches, we are selling ourselves. We are branding ourselves, and people can get this information from Pinterest if they really wanted to. If they wanted clean eating recipes, they can go to Pinterest, but they're coming to you for a reason. The challenge pack, Shakeology, they can go anywhere to get these things, but they're buying into us. They're buying into you. So make sure when you're posting, you're thinking about that, thinking about branding yourself and being true to yourself and putting yourself out there, because you want to find people that are like you, and those are the kind of people you're going to target. People like you, and you're going to do that by putting yourself out there. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I do that with my post. I'll post about it on Facebook, but that's not going to attract a ton of people. Messaging is where it's going to be at, but another thing I like to do other than messaging, private messaging, is Facebook events. And those are huge, and I always make them public when I'm inviting to free challenges or any type of challenge. I always make the event public, because that way, whoever you invite, if they click join, then it's going to show up in their newsfeed, and some of their friends will see that. Not all of their friends, but some of their friends will see that. It'll say, Lisa is going to the event, 7-day free clean eating challenge. So if they were like, what's that? They could click on that, and they can click join too. So then anyone who clicks join that I wasn't friends with before, I'm going to become friends with them first, because A, you have to become friends with them to add them to the group, but B, you are networking. Like, that's what we say to do every day, is to add to your network. So that's an easy way to add to your network all at once and get a bunch of different people at one time. And I'll get like tons of new friends just by doing that. But here's the mistake I've been making. I have been adding all these people into the group and not getting to know them first. I've heard so many coaches say that they've done these free groups and nothing's come out of it. They, the 7 weeks are up. Some people participate, some won't. And then after the fact, these people aren't moving forward and they're not interested in doing anything else. They can't get them past the 7 days into, getting a challenge pack. So what you need to do when you are inviting is make sure that every single person, before you add them into your group, you are building a relationship with and talking to. So whether you know them or not, if it's a random, then you definitely need to be talking to them. But every single person, you need to be asking them what their goals are. I just basically ask simple questions and say, what are your goals? What are you looking to get out of this challenge? Where do you see yourself in 30 days? things like that, just to get to know them better, just to kind of figure out what their goals are. And from that, we start a conversation. And it does take time because you want to do it to everyone you're inviting. So I always invite a couple weeks prior to the actual group. Don't be doing this the weekend before and then scrambling and then you don't have time to message everybody. So really build that relationship with people, message them, figure out their goals, and a lot of times through that, you can actually get them, show them how they can benefit from Shakeology or a workout program or both, a challenge pack. Because you're talking to them, they're telling you about their fitness, they're saying they don't have time for breakfast, or, they have bad cravings, whatever it is, and you're like, oh, well, I don't know if you've ever heard of Shakeology, but this is blah, 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 and you explain Shakeology. So it'll just come up naturally when you are talking to these people. But what I used to do is I would just add everyone into the group, and I wouldn't ever have conversations with them. Because I would add so many people to the group that I would just, I'd get so many people I didn't want to message them all at once, and I would just add them all in there, and then nothing really happened after that. So it's kind of like they didn't continue on with me, and they didn't really see any success. I wasn't developing that relationship, and then I wasn't getting them excited, and it just kind of was a flop. So when you give yourself those 2 weeks, you can invite a few every day. I would say 10 a day, message 10 a day, and go from there. But I'm kind of rambling, but I just wanted to let you know that. So when you are inviting to these groups, and I know that most of the coaches on my team are not doing this because I wasn't doing this, just make sure you get to know each person before adding them into the group. Make sure they're committed to it. And if you get because I would say before, I'd say, well, when I message them, they don't respond. And then I would end up just adding them into the group. But you know what? If they're not responding, they're not ready, and they're not going to participate in the group. So you'd rather have fewer people that are ready and committed than a ton of people and no one's posting and no one's committed. So if you have any questions, reach out to me anytime. And it's pretty sure I rambled, and I'm sure I forgot to say things. But yeah, reach out. Oh, and one more thing. There are templates for everything. You can find a template for anything, for any group, but make sure you put you into it. Make sure it's something that you would say. Don't just copy and paste if it doesn't sound like you. Does that make sense? Change the words around. Make it sound like it's coming from you. Say you're doing a clean eating challenge for the first time. Don't pretend like you know what you're talking about. You can put it out there. You know what? I'm doing this for the first time too, and I'm using this from someone on my team. So let's kind of go at this together. I haven't tried this recipe, but this is what this coach said about it, and I'm really excited to try. If you have questions, I'll try my best to answer. If I don't know the answer, I'll ask someone else on my team. But you don't have to pretend to know it all. You really don't. Really, you're just asking people to do it with you. It's all about the support and the accountability. All right, well, anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon, and let me know if you have questions. Bye.